Hello, I'm Revolution89. You can call me Rev, and welcome to the first tutorial on how to make a logo mascot. In this tutorial, we'll go through some basic techniques on how to create an effective and good-looking logo design. You will need Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to complete this logo. All links in the description below. I believe it is still a free trial for your first go. Let's begin. So you need to take a sketch of what you would like, either in Photoshop or scan it in. You then need to go into Illustrator, create a new layer, and using the pen tool, slowly go around the outside using Alt to create the curves of your outline. This is a slow process, but be patient. Do any corrections as you go. Just take your time. You don't have to follow your sketch exactly. Just try and make the curves look as smooth as possible. Now with a bit of editing magic, we'll speed it up. At this point, all you're doing is the outside edge of the sketch. Now you've completed the outside, you need to go round all the inside, and that includes everything, leaving a small gap between the outside and the inside. You're pretty much aiming to hug the sketch line that you already have. So you create a small shape. Again, take your time. It can be very slow and painful. Do the best you can. Again, with a bit of editing magic, we'll speed this up. While you're doing this, if you feel that your sketch isn't quite right, you can adjust it now with the lines. But just try and make it all close as you can and as smooth as possible. The current image that you were looking at was from the segment that I do on Thursday on my Twitch stream that I call Logo Redo, where I take a random streamer and make them a logo. If they have one or not, does not matter. They have no input, and I create something from scratch. This particular logo was for a lovely lady called Moo Moo Ninja. The link to her Twitch channel is in the description below. you'd like to suggest a streamer for me to redo their logo, please leave in the comments. Suggestions are very appreciated. So we continue going around all the inside sketch lines. You can see now it's slowly starting to build the shape and bring the mascot more to life. This process is probably the most time-consuming part of the whole project. If you have any questions about the process, join us on our Discord server. You can ask our lovely community and myself any questions regarding art and graphic design. You can see here I wasn't happy with the shape of the eyes, so I readjusted accordingly while doing this process. If you'd like to see me do the next logo, I stream every Thursday 9 PM GMT. So you've completed the outline and the inside lines. You now select a path, and using the shape builder tool, we'll add a black fill, and then holding Alt, delete the inside shape, space between. Leaving only an outline and the darkened areas that we left in our sketch. So I made a mistake there. It is easily correctable. You just add a new inside line and then use the shape builder tool again. That's it. You've created your outline ready to be copied. So select the outline again, copy, and then paste it inside Photoshop. Now using the paintbrush tool, at a hard brush setting, and selecting a new layer underneath the outline, we'll start filling in underlying colour. This will be your base colour. Take your time. Doesn't matter if you go under the lines, just try not to go over them. If you change colour, remember to create a new layer, as it will help you later. try and keep one colour for each layer. If you're finding this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you would like me to create more videos like this one. Now that your base colour layer is complete, hold Control and click the thumbnail next to the layer that you wish to start on. And it will highlight the coloured area. Selecting the brush tool and setting the opacity to about 30 and the flow to about the same, and highlighting the airbrush colour, you can now slowly build up the shadow. Pick yourself a direction of light. I've picked above on this one, and start shading in where the shadow would fall to build up the shape and bring the character more to life. Again, remember to use a new layer for every colour. Because you have highlighted the coloured area already, it will not leave that area. So feel free to be as messy with it as possible, as you like. Just slowly build up the darker layers. Try not to go straight to black, as it doesn't look natural. We'll speed this up, as it's quite a long process, but you can see now it's starting to build up, going darker and darker, and the same going the other way. Go back to the base colour and go slightly lighter, slowly building up. Again, don't go all the way to white, as it looks unnatural. When you change to another colour, if you want to go back to the base colour, use the dropper tool on your new selected area, and it will bring you back to the original colour you used, and then you can go darker or lighter from there. Again, always remember to create a new layer every time you change colour. It will help you a great deal if you need to remove that colour or hide it, so you can see the difference. Again, just take your time, slowly build up the colours, slowly build up the shade, the highlight. It's a long process, but this is probably far the most enjoyable part, because you feel like it's coming to an end and your character is slowly becoming more lifelike. When doing fleshy colours, use red tones. Try not to use greys, whites or black. Finally, if you need to do a shiny surface, keep the opacity, make the brush small and use a white, and you can build up almost a shine. You can see I've done on the eyes and the blades and the hoofs. As well as the horns. And there she is. That's your mascot complete. But that's not our logo complete. So select all the layers, push it to one side, or above or below, wherever you would like your text to appear. Now, I use a website called Free Fonts. The link will be below. It's very good. There's a large variety of fonts you can use. Try and change colors, select different fonts, use one you feel fits your logo, your theme. If you don't want to keep your text straight, you can use the transformation and warp tools to create bends. If you want letters larger than other places, you could just create separate text layers. For this particular logo, I created a larger shuriken at the other end to look like the Ninja Cow was throwing it. You don't have to, if you wish to do something similar. It's just use the pen tool, create a shape, use the warp tool. Oh. I tried different techniques at this point, but it's not, you don't need to pay attention much to this part, as it's not part of the logo process just for this particular logo. I added a bevel, gave it a shine, so it looked more solid. Now, normally we would add a backing shape to your text. You can either use the shape of the text itself with a stroke or a solid glow. In this circumstance, I gave it a stroke outline of 3 and then created my own shape for it. If you are going to give a stroke, a coloured stroke to your text, I suggest that you give the same coloured stroke to your mascot, as well as any shaped underlayer that you're going to give it. As I'm doing here, I'm giving the same stroke colour to the mascot, so it all blends together. Now, the pen tool in Photoshop behaves a little differently to the pen tool in Illustrator. It takes a little bit of fiddling and getting used to, but you can still create pretty flamboyant shapes with it. In this sense, I created a moon to go with the Moo Moo Ninja. You can create any shape you like. You don't have to create a shape that goes around the back of the mascot. It's entirely personal preference. If you hold shift, you can get a perfectly straight line or go at a 45-degree angle. Once you've made your shape, normally a color gradient is preferable, so add definition to the shape itself. In this case, I used a pale yellow and a black. Obviously use colors correspond to your theme. Again, the shape that I created, I gave it the stroke outline of the same color. And that's it, your logo complete. I hope your logos look just as good. Please like, subscribe. It means a lot to me when you do. And follow me on Twitch and join me for my next logo redo.
Grab the contract, it's over.
We're back here. Chopper. Get the chopper. Let's go. Oh.